Episode 63, Wife's Duty. Serena did not believe for a second that Captain Henrik had never been to the Maldives. However, she had to come up with a reply. As Serena hesitated, Captain Henrik sighed and said, "Indeed, no one is willing to travel with an old man like me. Even my own family abandoned me."
"Grandpa, I didn't mean,"
Serena quickly said.
"Then it's a done deal."
Serena was rendered speechless. The moment the call was over, there was a knock on the door. It was Nanny Harper.
"Madam, food is ready."
"Be there in a minute." However, a few minutes later, when Serena opened the door, Nanny Harper was still waiting there.
"Madam, this is for you."
Nanny Harper gave her a small envelope. She took a photo out of the envelope. In the photo, a gorgeous white grand piano was underneath the luscious leaves of wisteria. The sun was shining through the leaves. A girl in white was sitting behind the piano, playing with tears on her face. Behind the girl, a tall figure was standing still, his face gentle. In the photo, he was not that cold person she was used to seeing. Is that an illusion?
"You took this?"
Nanny Harper nodded and said,
"Madam, in fact, he is not as cold as he looks. I saw him growing up and know him well. Although he does not say it, he has fallen for you."
Serena was dazed by that speech. Seeing Serena's reaction, Nanny Harper continued,
"Between couples, everything could be forgiven. You should talk to him and ask him to come back home. It is just not right for him to stay at the hotel all the time, with no one looking after him. Don't blame me for overstepping the boundaries. He is actually quite a nice person. Although he is quiet, he would not do anything without reasons. Don't fight with him anymore. It pains me to see you fighting. In a couple of years, I'm going to retire. I really wish to help you with your children before I do."
Serena looked down as she smiled bitterly. Nanny Harper was being reasonable and loyal. However, she had no idea what had happened. It was not Serena's fault that the call she got the other night was something that cut deep. Serena wanted to ignore it, but she couldn't. The pain was giving her nausea constantly.
"I know, Nanny Harper. I just called Mr. Robinson, and he will not come home today. That's why I called Captain Henrik. I am sorry, but I'm really trying to look out for you."
"That's okay.
Thank you, Nanny Harper."
Getting a perfunctory answer, Nanny Harper looked worried and sighed again. At around 9 p.m., Serena walked downstairs to the living room after her shower. Before going into the shower, she was discussing a new project with Henry and left the chat open. However, when she came out of the shower, it was the desktop that she saw on the screen. Someone had touched her computer. At this hour, Nanny Harper had already gone home. There should be no one but her. Her heart was almost in her throat. Is there a thief in the house? Serena immediately became alert. There was a small noise from the kitchen. Serena quietly walked to the table, reaching for her phone and dialing the 3-digit emergency number as she walked toward the kitchen. However, before she entered the kitchen, a strong figure appeared in front of her. Startled, Serena quickly stepped back. Moving too quickly, she was tripped and fell backward. When she thought she was about to hit the floor, the figure in front of her immediately moved. He pulled her arm, making her fall into his chest. Smelling the familiar scent, Serena felt her heart racing uncontrollably. She looked up, and their eyes were locked. Serena almost drowned in his dark pupils. However, she soon got over herself and pushed him away. Suppressing the turmoil in her heart, Serena looked away and asked hurriedly, "When did you come back?" Seeing her frightened look, Jake suddenly had a desire to take her and pound her mercilessly and make her beg. He loosened his collar as the desire rushed to his head. He could still smell the fragrance of her shower gel, which disturbed his heart that had remained calm for a while. He had just taken some water, but he felt like he needed more. Ignoring her question, Jake got himself another glass of cold water from the fridge and drank it up. Serena felt a bit disappointed, although she knew she should have anticipated this. Returning to her computer, she suddenly recalled that the guy had used her laptop. As she was about to ask him that, he walked over, glanced at her screen, quickly looked away, and stated calmly, "Should you perform a wife's duty?" Serena was dumbstruck. She quickly looked his way, incredulous and shocked. Jake's look was calm and mysterious as always. Seeing that he was not joking, Serena became nervous. "Jake, it was stated in the contract that you cannot force me to... with you without consent."
"Force you to what?"
Jake arched an eyebrow, looking puzzled. Serena was confused by his seriousness. Jake glanced at her confused look and said,
"I just want you to make me some food. What are you thinking about?"
"Making food?" Jake asked.
"Did you think making..."
Making what? Love. Jake postponed his next word, making Serena hold her breath.
"Food is not a wife's duty?"
Serena was dazed, and then her face was suddenly set on fire.